Hello everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for you for the ThermOWeb design team, and today I'm showing you my layout for our Halloween Treats No Tricks week, which is just celebrating all the candy and all the good things Halloween brings. So I'm starting this layout with pulling out my kit from Close to My Heart, and this is the most recent Halloween one that they released, and I have pulled out my Distress Oxide spray and Crackling Campfire and just spritzed that across my page just to give my page kind of like a setting for my photos. I'm going to put my photos right above where I sprayed, right there somewhere, and decided to pull out this beautiful Glitz Glitter Gel by Gina K, and I just love this stuff. It is so beautiful in person and so sparkly, and I love the texture of it as well. It's a bit thicker than some of the texture paste that I have, so it goes on pretty nicely and gives some nice texture and dimension to your layout. So I'm just going to spread some of that on here with my palette knife, and I'm using my stencil pal to get a nice smooth coverage on this stencil. And you do have to work it around a little bit more than normal texture paste because it is a bit thicker, so it does require a little bit more work, but not much. And as you can see, I've taped it down there using some of my pixie tape by ThermOWeb, which is just one of my favorite things. I love it because it doesn't rip up your paper, and it's perfect for this. So I'm just kind of adhering this to my page and across that mixed media just to create my background. So I just wanted to add some sparkle to this layout with all these cute little bats and bring in that Halloween theme. So I just love this, and I love the dimension that it gives. It actually kind of pops up off the page a little bit. And then I'm just adding some more dimension by just adding some shimmers, spray, and some splatters here and there, just kind of sticking to that area where the mixed media is. Then here I'm taking one of the other background papers from the collection, and I'm cutting the middle out so that I can use that piece on another layout or something else, and I think I actually might map my photos with it. Then here I am pulling out this beautiful Brutus Monroe. These are the toner sheets, and you can make them any color that you want. These are the little haunted houses, and I absolutely love them. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep them black. So I am pulling out some of my black Deco foil transfer sheets, and I'm just going to lay those right on top here. You want to lay them down with the foil colored side up and the silver side down on top of your toner sheets, and then run that through your hot laminator. So while that's running through, I'm pulling out some of my white flock. This one's already adhered to a piece of cardstock, and I am pulling out some of my just Archival Ink. And as you can see, that's the white flock. I'm going to stamp onto this with the Archival Ink, and I'm going to stamp some cute little ghosts and cut them out. This is one of the stamp sets that come in the collection as well. So I'm just pulling out the little coordinating die that goes with it. And here you can see those beautiful haunted houses have come out, and they are so like shimmery and just beautiful. If they can be beautiful anyways. I mean, they're still haunted houses, but I just love the way that they came out. And here I've pulled out another piece of the white flock, and I'm going to stamp some of these cute little skeletons. I just love them so much. So I love that they come with coordinating dies too, because you all know that I hate fussy cutting. So I'm just going to map my photos here with some of the black coordinating cardstock that came in the kit as well. So I'm just going to cut those out, and here is that piece of pattern paper that I cut out of my background so that I had a border around my page. I'm now matting my photos with it and distressing all of my edges just to give it some more texture to my layout. This is kind of a grungy layout. That's my typical style, so it fits right in with my scrapbooking, and I am just distressing all those edges to fit right in with the theme of Halloween. So here I'm just going to use some of this Easy Tear tape. It's also one of my favorite things. It's great for things like this whenever you have to kind of cover a large area, and you just stick it down, tear it apart, and peel the backing right off of it. So there, my border is all attached to the rest of my page with my mixed media. And I am going to run this through my laminator because the bottom's a little bit warped. So I just covered it with a craft and carrier sheet just to protect it from smushing around or heating up too much. I kept the setting pretty low on a number 2, so it wasn't super hot because I didn't want it to heat up that glitz gel too much and kind of make it all blobby, which it worked out perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it did take all that warping right out of my page and dried up the mixed media very well. So here I'm just sticking down all of those cute little haunted houses with my tape runner. This is the XL tape runner, and it's one of my favorites too. I use it quite often, and I'm just kind of adhering all those all around my photos. And then I have my cute little skeletons and ghosts. Oh, I just love them. I think they're just the cutest. And they're fuzzy. I don't know if you guys have played around with the flock much, but the flock sheets are fuzzy. So it just gives your page just a little extra something, and I just love the way that it adds texture to your page without, adding a lot of bulk, which is kind of nice because I don't know about you guys, but my scrapbooks get pretty thick. So it's nice that this gives your page some texture without adding that thickness. So I'm just going to tuck them in there, and as you can see, I've stamped a little spider web on the top corner there of my layout, and my title is going to go here. I'm using some Elle's letters. These are just some of their alpha letters. They're square. You can see my little one comes in there. He loves the skeleton too, so I gave him one of those. And that makes him so happy to be able to play along with mommy and share my things with me. So here I'm just finishing up my title. I've fast forwarded that a little bit because you didn't need to see me stick down all the letters. So I'm just kind of finishing this up by putting some Bella Boulevard letters in here. And then basically after this part, I'm just going to finish embellishing. So this sticker sheet comes in the collection as well. I'm just going to pull off some of these stickers. There's some candy corns and some other sweet little treats that I'm going to stick down here around my title and just kind of scatter them about my page. And then I'm going to add a couple more things. I've got some Flair that's going to come in here with some thread behind it for some added dimension and just to add a few more things to my layout. So I'm excited about that. Here I kind of play around with this little bat. I'm not sure where I want to put him, but I really like him, so I'm going to stick him right there. And then here is a Halloween stamp tab set by Elle's as well. I'm just pulling that out so that I can stamp a cute little phrase on here regarding the candy corn, and I'm going to put that right on that space there by the spider web on the top part of my left photo. And then there is the Flair that I've pulled out by Scrap Happy Studio. And I am going to pull out some thread and just kind of pop that in behind it. And then I'm just using my tape runner to adhere those down too. I do put a little bit extra on over top of the thread because once you put the thread on, it doesn't really stick as good. So I just put a little bit extra over top of that thread. Then here I'm just using my 3D foam squares to adhere my little skeleton down. He's just so cute. So here is my little Flair. I'm just going to pull out a couple more of these. I love these little epoxy Flair. They're kind of like buttons, but they're not super thick. So again, it adds some dimension and texture to your page without the bulk. So I love them. And then this is the last one that I'm going to use, and I'm just kind of fiddling with it just a little bit and finishing up, adding some finishing things to this here, adding a couple more little candies, and then I'm just going to add a couple little phrases up here at the top. I felt like it needed something just right there at the top, so I've pulled out these little word ginger snap pieces by Pretty Little Studio, which I just got. It's kind of like from a fall themed collection, but it works well for things like this too. So here is my finished layout. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye.